Okay, Bitcoin. All right, there's a few things about this that we need to talk about. This price action down here is a smart money footprint. It's messy. This is smaller players. That's the retail footprint. It's neat. It's tidy. It follows retail strategies to the T. You've got the Fibonacci low to high, pull back to 50, low to high, the pullback to 50, low to high, the pullback. Okay, so smaller players and retail are piling in here big time. Smart money accumulates down here. This is how they have to work their orders in, given that they have a lot of capital, and the only way they can do it is to break it up into small packets and work it into the order book like so, and that's what they look like. So whenever you see a range-bound price like this and it's messy, you know that the big guns are in there. The other thing about this is that this is significant. This is, I mean, when did that start? Like February 26th of Feb, is it? All the way through to whatever, okay? That's been going for a while. And it's telling you that big guys and girls, whoever, whatever they are, I mean, there's a massive accumulation going on. And what you'll find is that when that happens, the expansion out of the range will tend to be fairly significant. So we've got that. We've got a fairly significant move here. But the problem is these guys, all right, start scaling out when this picture perfect trend, okay, gets overextended. These guys who FOMO in provide the liquidity for this lot to start scaling out. You've got to realize that that's what's going on at the high of the trend. You know, what you want to do is when you recognize that this is starting to move, obviously, there, right? Higher highs, higher lows, and you see a sideways movement like that, and then it breaks structure, you want to get in around, well, early on. I mean, even if you can nail that, that's a beautiful entry point. It breaks down into the low of this value area, and you know that this is trending up. That's an entry, all right? Not for the faint-hearted, but the other one would be it breaks structure and then comes back, and then you enter there, right? So this is a good area to get involved, and even this one over here, right? That's fine. But once this thing starts to stretch out like this, I'm not buying up there. I'm definitely not getting involved with that. And look, for all I know, that could do that, right? It could leave me behind, but I don't want to get involved when this thing really stretches out. Now, what I do look for, once it's moved into, I don't know, look, you could argue there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, there's an ABC pullback that I'm waiting for. I guess that's what I'm saying. I'm looking for that deep pullback. Every trend that you see will do this, okay? Picture perfect. Yeah, okay. It'll move like that, and then it'll drop back, and it'll do something like that. So as it's moving into these latter stages, I don't want to get involved with that. So I'm just patiently sitting on the sideline, guys, waiting for this to give me a decent pullback. Now, the other thing you want to watch is the NASDAQ and just see how overextended it is. It just looks ridiculous on the daily time frame. They're just full daily candles for however long without any red candles, and the weekly. So if the NASDAQ at some stage is going to drop, it's going to tank, this is going to follow. So be really careful up in here. So my plan of attack with this is I'm just waiting for the pullback, right? Wherever, however, it could rally again. Who knows, right? But what I want to see is, I guess, call it the ABC correction, if you like. We've had a bit of a move. All right, we'll do that. It's had a bit of a thing, and I'm waiting on that. How to get involved? I want to see this trend back, come back down into here, and then just break structure. Simple as that, guys. That trend's back and it breaks structure. Buy. right there. So what I want to do now is show you something that I think is pretty special. If you're into scalping, and I mean the markets are pretty volatile, you never know when it's going to turn around on you. And here's the thing. We're going to go down to a 2-minute chart. See this move here? ScalpMaster, where it says P short. Nice. There's more to it than that. There's a whole strategy around it. This here is a NASDAQ trade I took this morning, and a whole bunch of people took this trade with me. Beat the volatility, guys. Check out the ScalpMaster video on my website, anthonyfx.com. You can try this. And yeah, I mean, there's a video here. Definitely check that out. It could seriously change your life, as it has done for quite a few people already. Yeah, so with that, hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.